is me. Okay, so we're gonna do a pig roast. This is, can you see the animal? That's what we're looking at. It's kind of, so we'll get it home. We'll throw it on the oven. But we're just starting out the process, and I'll cut and edit and make a cool video as long as you can see enough so that it's interesting. Oh, are you videoing? So what we got here is our pig cooking oven. We're going to teach you how to do it the easy way. There's lots and lots of versions. Everyone has their best way. This steamed meat is like the absolute simplest, coolest, trouble-free way to do it. And I'll show you how, the basics. So come over and stand on the tailgate maybe. Go on. So it's really windy, so if you can't hear me, I apologize. But what we've got is a concrete pad that is blocked up that just happens to be the right height so that this barrel stove that we use is got the chimney delivering straight on top of the concrete pipe. Then we got a layer of cinder blocks like these, and then a layer of expanded metal, and our chimney goes all the way to here. So if you step, you can see from straight down below if you're watching. And so what we have is we put the pig right in here on this area. We've got heat coming out of the stove. What I use is diamond willow, and that's a great flavor and everything. It smells good, makes it taste good. But because there's no flame in here, then you never catch the pig on fire. That's the key. There's lots of ways you can cook it. If you get it too hot, the grease drips down and catches on fire and burns your pig. This cannot happen, but you still have a whole bunch of radiant heat coming underneath the pig. But then when the pig is all in here, which we will show you, then we put a couple more layers of bricks and then a lid on top. And so now you've got all the heat and all the smoke. We've made ourselves a hot box smoke oven, and it's super simple. I've had Tongans say, oh, this is the best pig I've ever eaten. So if you can impress the Tongan, you can probably impress most others. So is it paused or going?
No, it's going. But I'll pause it.
No, this is still a video here, I think. Okay, so here's from above. You can see a little bit better what we got going on there is the chimney. And these extra blocks I've got in there, that's just to keep the weight, to hold the support of the weight of the pig while you're cooking. Because of course the pig weighs a lot and that's not very big metal. So this expanded metal is 4 feet wide and 8 feet long. So what do you got inside? Because the bricks are smaller, the oven is not 4x8 inside, but that's what we got. And our stove here is just an old barrel stove from the old days where we just throw in our, open up that. So we just keep our fire going in there and let it rock. Smoke comes back out. Okay, yeah, I just got that out. Okay, so we'll let it rock. The other thing we'll show is there's our chimney right here. So what we have is the heat going in there, and it goes all the way to the other end, and then the smoke comes back out here. So the whole oven is filled with smoke, and it radiates going in and up and back out. Okay, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this here is our wood that we're using, and I'm not sure if it's famous in around the world, but this is diamond willow. As you can see, it's just the shapes of the diamonds. What we did is we cut, this is the first time this year, we cut a whole bunch this spring. So instead of burning it green, we're burning it with some seasoning done on it. And it smells great, tastes great, and it's a pretty wood, smells really good. So that's our diamond willow. We will probably use about a wheelbarrow load full of it. We'll see. But not, a wheelbarrow or two, and it'll take about 24 hours to cook the pig. Okay, so we don't want to get this censored, but here's the pig we're going to be cooking, and we just figured out, you're pulling his leg down, I think. 205 pounds. So that's what it weighs. Now we'll put him on the stove, show you how that's done.
205 dressed out though.
Yeah, 205 was ready to cook. Okay, so we got our pig on here. What we did is we put our spices and stuff, which is a mixture of salt and some sugar and a bunch of other things. It's nothing crazy. I'll sell you the recipe for a mere low price of $4,328.65 if you pay the postage. But what we're going to do now is, so we put some on the inside, and then we put some on the outside. We also took a box cutter, like an X-Acto knife, and we cut little slices in the hide. You can see them here, and that does a few things. You can get some salt and spice in, but also when the pig cooks, the hide shrinks, and so this way it stretches here instead of deforming the carcass. But now we're going to put a thermometer in the shoulder and in the ham, so that we can watch during the cooking process, because those are the two biggest parts. We can watch during the cooking process that the meat temperature is up to temperature. So at this point, the temperature's dropping, saying it's such and such a degree. So this one's saying it's dropping, it's 47, 46, 48, 46, so it'll be dropping, it'll tell what the inner temperature is. Then now we're going to put our bricks around. You know what we should do? I wonder if you could do it like on the time lapse. We could just do that on the time lapse, putting it together, and then put it on.
Yep.
Yeah.
Can do it.
Put the metal on here for heat reflection, and then we just put a plywood lid on top and put it down with a couple bricks just so it's held in place. And where's our... Can you put too much? Okay. Also, I have a couple of deep fat thermometers that have a probe on them. So I've got a hole drilled in the metal and in the wood so I can poke it down in. Then I can watch my oven temperature. I can watch my meat temperature, but I can also monitor my oven temperature, just how hot my stove is, open and close on the wood burning. So that's what we'll do, is we'll find it so we can hang it in there. Big spider, is it? I think that is. Big enough to eat, eh? Okay, grab that end.
Huge. I saw him.
Now we'll light the fire, right? Did someone take ash?
Just a little. Like a red stuff. Oh, still weird.
Sorry.
Alright. Because this part here, we'll just edit it or fast thing it just as the fire lighting, about 10 seconds of it or something, right? You want to see something freaking cool? I just got these, and I'm going to make a video of these because they are so cool. Ferro rods, 6 inches long, 1/2 inch diameter. As you can see, I have been playing with this a lot. Look at the sparks this thing throws, just for the heck of it. You can't get enough of that, can you? I bought so many, they're so cool, I bought a whole bunch just so I can sell them to all my friends. And you are my friend.
The wind keeps getting it.
Yeah.
There she goes.
Yeah, it just keeps going. Oh, how you like the smell of that stuff? It's good, huh?
That's the easiest way to That fire.
Yeah.
They were crazy good.
Isn't that crazy? Yeah, put it on the shovel. Okay, so got a fire going, got some coals and things. It's 6:15 now, so we got it kind of going 15-20 minutes ago. It's finally cooking and percolating a bit. What we got though is a bad wind coming from the south, which we normally don't have. And instead of our chimney coming out here, we found wind was forcing the smoke and it just wasn't. So we turned the chimney block here because it kind of will draw as it goes past and pull some heat out. So it's a little different than we planned. Never done that before. And our temperature, come and see it. Oh, it has just changed. So it was at 180, now it's 200, which would be then 95 Celsius for the metric people. So that's our oven temperature right now. Pigs, of course, will still be cold because we just got going. Well, 3:30 in the morning. Check and see what it looks like. So our oven temperature is 225, which is 110 Celsius. So the wood is certainly hotter than green wood. Trying to get the temperature up to that is a little tough in the middle of the night any other year. There's some coal, see? So throw some more wood in and then keep going. But I think we're actually going to be done a little bit early. Let's check our temperature of our pig here. If I can do it one-handed without being too... Ooh, already 114 degrees. Yeah, that's not normal. Usually takes... Yeah, we're probably maybe 6 hours ahead. Anyway, shut her off and put some more wood in. Shut her back down. So that means it's been cooking up pretty quick. And but so we checked it just after midnight. And at that point, the boy had left the grate on too hot. It was about 350, really hot. And then, so from midnight to 3:30 in the morning, I'll check it again here now at 6:30 or 7, well, 7 probably in the morning and see what we're at there. And go from there. So good morning, it's 7 a.m. Was checking it, so we put some wood in at just after midnight. Then again about 3:30 in the morning. And now here it's 7. And get my finger out of the way. You see, I don't have much for draft going on. There's our fire. It's pretty hot still. They're certainly not cold. And our pig, at this point, we got 134 degrees. 170 is done. Our oven temperature is sitting right at 200 or about 95. And so that thermometer is in the shoulder. This one in the ham, 158 up to 170. So at this point, it's been in about 13 hours and it's getting darn close. We're going to be, oh, sorry. We're going to be way overdone, I think. Yeah, well, I'll have to keep it just barely percolating from here, I think. So, So with this wood, it's a lot drier. This stuff here just been seasoning here for, it was cut in March, April, somewhere just when the snow was leaving. And it's been just sitting in this corn crib type thing, just drying down. Makes a huge difference as far as heat and speed for cooking, because it looks like we can cook a pig probably in about, if you're really rocking the heat to it, you'd have her done here in another hour or two. So 14 hours instead of nearly 20 or 24. Anyway, that's what we got. Okay, so it's 3 in the afternoon. Been cooking her all day, and it still takes some time. It just, the last 10 degrees or 20 degrees takes forever. Our oven temperature now is 325. It was a second ago, which is 150 Celsius. The shoulder is at now 154. And the on switch and the ham, oh, it says 159, so she's almost getting to the low rare stage. And so we'll keep on cooking. Well, what you got is, when it starts getting hot enough, you start cooking out a little bit of the grease out of the pig. So if you're doing this at home, you better be prepared for a little bit of things for the dog to want to lick on when you're not looking. Anyway, but she's cooking. Another hour, an hour and a half, hopefully we'll be getting up there. Okay, so our guests are all here. The pig is up to temperature. Stove is burned down a little bit. It's time to take her apart. So I'll have somebody video while we do the deed. 172 degrees. It's been exactly 24 hours. So we'll get somebody to run the camera and we'll take her apart and show you what it looks like. Yeah, actually. So that's 205 pounds. So we'll get the. Smells like it's gonna taste good.
Smells good.
So you want to just put it all in here?
She's still sizzling. There should be.
Okay, so the Hutterites, they're the ones that grew the pig, and so they get. He's gonna take that home for everybody to get to eat it there, and then.
Well, thank you for bringing it.
Pieces in here. So next thing, I guess, is let's have a blessing on the food so we can get all the help we can get from who really provided it.
So the fat calf is like that.
Hey, you recording?
Yep.
So this is how well it's cooked. This is the shoulder here.
Do you want them to come right just to this table, right? Let Nathan?
Yeah.
Sure, whatever. Yeah. There's your tenderloins. Yeah, I'll bring the meat there.
My goodness.
So this is how well it's cooked. So the meat just, or the hide shrunk back, and there's your meat. So a little gruesome to some people, but
Viewer discretion advised.
yeah.
Look at that.
That's the shoulder. These are the ribs. This is, yeah,
Smells so good.
that's the back there. So
Just don't even need a knife. Just rip it open. Bet it's a bit hot on your hands though.
just getting there, Zoe.
There she goes. Do you think there might be enough meat for everyone here?
This would be the best flavor. Anyone can eat any of it. I mean, you pull the ribs right out, huh?
Yeah. Here, I'll do it.
Are you ready, one?
No.
Back off. It's my ball.
You're a Mulligan.